Watches are one of my favorite categories to talk about, partly because, come on, they're just so beautiful, classic. We've been wearing them now for centuries. They define a person, who you are. It's like wearing your personality on your wrist. Secondly, amongst all the tech that we now carry around, the right watch will last you way longer than any other piece of tech that you currently own. Phones, maybe 1 or 2 years max. For some people, it's not even 6 months. Laptops, maybe you can stretch them from 1 to 3 years. A car, maybe 5 years or so. But if you get a well-made watch from a reputed brand, you will still have that watch running on your wrist when you watch this video 20 to 25 years later. But that's for classic watches. Smart watches need to be very different. They need to be current with it, with features you need to use now. Thus, a smartwatch needs to be really smart, not a copycat of other smartwatches out there. Nowadays, every smartwatch does exactly the same thing. And one of the other reasons I'm really very excited to bring this unboxing and this smartwatch to you is because this is a brand that is truly Indian in its origin and its legacy. It's been coming up with fantastic new watches that are really smart. Watches that can compete with any smartwatch from any brand in the world. So when an Indian brand can come up with a tech product that actually beats any other, it really makes you and me very proud. Case in point, the new Connected X watch. Brand that may just be the most Indian brand out of them all. Let's start by unboxing this watch and let me show you exactly why I really think this is quite an amazing watch. So let's start with the looks. This watch is very deceptive. It really doesn't give that typical generic screen and nothing else that literally every smartwatch has and makes them look very boring. I mean, if you're wearing a smartwatch, somebody else is wearing smartwatch, they all look the same. This one is very classic, elegant as it comes, looks dramatically different. This means it has that really timeless design that has aged very well and shall continue to do so forever. Titan says these watches sync with style, and we all have to agree that's a great tagline. This looked good on my tuxedo hand and equally good in my gym vest hand. Now, why was I wearing it in the gym? I will tell you when the time is right. Now, you can pick these watches from an option of multiple colors and then get different colors of these straps also. And the straps are really very well made. So it's a smart watch that is also a smart looking watch as well. It's also really well built, doesn't flex, and since it's weighted very nicely, you sometimes end up forgetting that it's a modern day smartwatch with awesome tech inside. But I have to tell you a story. I know that this watch is actually built really nicely because the crew accidentally dropped it before filming a single shot and it fell face first, which means on its touch display, and yet you will not be able to spot any scratch or dent whatsoever in the entire watch in these close-ups that I'm showing you right now. Now let's move to something that is really amazing about this watch and makes it different from any other smartwatch out there, and that is these analog hands. If I long touch the home screen, now you will see that the hands are physical, and that is, like I said, a huge deal. Hands on the front while everything else is behind them on a full smartwatch digital display, and it's yet a touch screen. So it does come with a lot of pre-installed faces, but you can get a lot more with the app. And we will go to the app, but we'll only go to the bare minimum amount of time required, because one of the most impressive features about this watch is the amount of days you can keep using it. Smart features without syncing it at all. 30 days. I'm not kidding. Like an evil Bollywood dad from the 90s, you can keep the watch and your phone away for a month, like absolutely separate them. Now, I don't know why you would do that, but maybe you find some joy out of keeping true love apart. And this feature is very nice to have because this watch comes with a 3-day smart battery life, which means for 3 whole days, it's a smartwatch on steroids on your wrist. It'll do everything that you need. But let's say you keep it away from your charger as well. मतलब आप full on torture mode पे हैं, you want to try it out. So after running out of this smart battery for 3 days, this watch will continue running on its analog battery mode. So the watch is still tracking everything you are doing, your steps, your activity, the distance you've actually moved, everything. Your activity for 30 days is still being logged inside the watch. It's saving it all. And the watch hands are still working and showing you the time all this time. Now, if within these 30 days you decide to charge it and then you sync it with your phone, you get all your data. I'll give you an example. आप ऐसे सोचिए, आप 15 दिन के लिए ट्रेकिंग ट्रिप पे गए, फोन तो बेस कैंप पे ही पहुंचते ही डिस्चार्ज हो गया, खत्म हो गया, कुछ चार्जिंग नहीं है वहां पे, बट वॉच ने आपकी सारी एक्टिविटीज ट्रैक करना शुरू किया एंड इट विल कैरी ऑन एंड ऑन एंड ऑन, व्हिच मींस स्टेप्स, डिस्टेंस, कैलोरीज, even your sleep data. And when you get some of your friends to buy and use this watch, you guys can actually see each other's activities in the app. Yes, because there is a leaderboard feature also where you can add friends who use this watch and the app and kind of compete with each other. In fact, you should do some supremely super competitions. My goal is to win this leaderboard for the next couple of days that I'll have this watch with me. Very cool. But yes, paired to the phone, you get access to many more features like displaying call and other social media notifications, alerts on your calendar and reminders. And did you notice how the watch hands move out of the way in sync so that you can now read your notifications properly? This list of really cool features is really a very long one, impossible to fit in this very quick unboxing, but let me tell you about some of them. Full touch with analog hands, 3-day smart battery, 30-day analog battery, call and social media notifications, calendar alerts, customizable reminder alerts. It'll remind you to actually get up and walk around, weather information and forecast, heart rate. You can review your activities like steps, distance, calories, heart rate, and even sleep metrics on the app and review these in the form of daily, weekly, and monthly graphs. And it includes some very nifty features like music control and controlling your camera and so much more. You know, in all honesty, there are some very major things that make this watch very special and very different from watches that it competes with. In fact, there are major differentiators between this and other smartwatches. Let me take you through some of them. Number one for sure is the classic elegance. It doesn't look like any other smartwatch, and trust me, in an era of cheap watch tech growing by the day, that's really a good thing. It looks so different. The classic looks in actual physical hands is a total standout feature. Number two has to be the dual battery thing, where even if it runs out of battery after 3 days of not charging, it still tracks and keeps in memory all your activities for 30 days and still shows the physical time all that while. What's the use of a smartwatch that dies on you every day at 5 p.m? How can we even call that a smartwatch? That's a dumb watch in every which way. This is a huge feature in this watch, and one that I think is something we need in all smartwatches, but it's here first. All the activity features still running even if the main battery is gone. Truly an innovation that makes this a very special watch. Third has to be the fitness features, as it can track so many even when out of battery. It's got a step counter, distance counter, heart rate monitor, sleep tracker, added to all the other features that you get when it has battery and is synced to your phone. Look, you can even click a photo on your phone and set it as your watch face. fourth has to be the price. A digital smartwatch with all the features I've mentioned, and it has 2 analog hands, and all of this for 11,995 rupees. Yes, you heard me right, 11,995. It's priced way below the competition, and in terms of features, it's way ahead. And the number 5 feature has to be how this watch makes us all very proud. It's from the house of Titan. I don't think it can get more Indian than that. Hai ki nahi? Available exclusively at titan.co.in, Amazon, and the world of Titan stores. This is a very interesting watch, and I'm very proud that Titan has made a watch that I think can compete globally with the absolute best of the best.